Approved. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Tomas. If you're watching this on the day it goes live, happy Sunday, everyone. Right now, as I am filming this, it is Wednesday. It is such a cloudy day here in LA, and it's been so cold. And for this week's video, I thought I would sit down and kind of show you guys a little behind the scenes look at what a week in my life looks like, and kind of like the things that are going on as I am working on different projects. This week specifically, I had some very exciting things planned. I wanted to tackle a little bit of a room makeover slash transformation for a little corner in my apartment, more specifically in my bedroom. And I thought, why not bring you guys along so that you can tag along and see what my design process is and how I transform the space and all the things that go on, the things that go wrong, the things that go great. A lot happens. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you a little bit of a room makeover. I'm going to be showing you a DIY. We're going to be going through a couple of exciting things. So make sure to stick around till the end to see how everything turns out. But yeah, I wanted to do a little bit of a more relaxed format for this video. That way it feels a little bit more personal and nothing too serious, not too much production going on. So I filmed here and there as I was working on the project. So I'm going to be inserting the clips and showing you guys all of that as we go along. But to kind of give you a background, on last week's video, I released my latest episode of my interior design and film series, and I talked about the house in The Holiday. If you haven't checked that video out, make sure to go check it. As soon as you're done with this one, I will leave it linked down below, and it will also pop up at the end of the video. But I am so happy with that video turned out. However, whenever I do those videos for that series, it does take a lot of editing and a lot of time to put them together. And I spent a lot of time in my desk last week working on that video, and I realized how uncomfortable my desk chair was if I sit on it for really long periods of times. And I was spending all day editing, and I decided I wanted to change the chair. Currently, the setup that I had was this beautiful vintage style French desk with gold hardware. I had actually DIY'd this so long ago. It was a Facebook Marketplace find, and then I thrifted this kind of like Western vintage chair that I loved too, and I painted everything black to match and go together. I wanted to change the desk chair for something more along these lines. I wanted something that had cushions and maybe like a slip cover, something a very traditional white, just overall bigger and more comfortable with a better backrest and a cushion to sit on. So what I ended up doing was I spent all day, I believe Monday, running around going to a bunch of stores. I checked out Home Goods, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, a bunch of thrift stores, local stores, so many places to try to find the perfect chair. And I'm going to show you right now the one that I ended up finding. I am super happy with it. I actually found it at Home Goods in the clearance section. So I only ended up paying $76 for the chair. And I am so happy with it. It is the most comfortable chair. I'm going to show it to you in just a second. And while I was also there at Home Goods, I ended up finding something else that I'll show you later on in the video and we'll get into. But let me show you really quick the chair and what it looks like. All right, here is the chair. Look how beautiful it is. I absolutely adore the fabric, and it has wheels, which is so cool. The design is so pretty with this curved edge right here and both sides. It is so comfortable. Approved. Now, the issue that I bumped into is that when I brought it home that same night, I tried putting it inside my old desk in the little space that there is for a chair, and it didn't fit. The chair was too big. And I was so disappointed because I loved the chair so much and I didn't want to get rid of it. I was kind of dwelling like, what should I do? Should I return the chair? Should I try selling it online? Should I keep the desk that I currently have or swap the desk. There were a million thoughts running through my head, and I ended up deciding that I wanted to at least try to find a desk that would be better fitting for the chair and something that would fit in that corner of my bedroom and also fit the chair. So, of course, I went to Facebook Marketplace and I looked and looked and looked for a few days for a new desk, and I ended up finding the perfect one. The vibe that I was going for was very traditional. I wanted to try to find a wooden desk that I didn't have to work too much on. I knew that I didn't want to refinish it. I wanted to keep kind of like a more distressed and worn and lived in look. If it had marks and scratches, that was totally fine with me. I wanted a bigger desk with a rich wood tone, kind of along this vibe right here. I felt like it would match perfectly to the white chair that I ended up finding at Home Goods. So after searching on Marketplace, I ended up finding this one right here, and it was completely free. I had to drive a little bit to go and get it, but I was so excited when I saw it because the measurements were perfect and I knew that it would fit at least width wise next to my bed perfectly. And I knew that because of the opening at the bottom, it would fit my chair perfectly. So I ended up bringing it home, and I'm gonna show you guys all the things that went down as soon as I brought it home right now. All right, so we just got the desk into the apartment. It is extremely heavy, but I'm so excited to start working on it. I'm actually going to be working on it right here by the entrance. I'm going to be cleaning it off, taking out any of these little paint chips and trying to get rid of the scratches, but I won't be doing much more to it. I will be gluing this piece down that just fell off right there on the corner. Super easy to glue back on. I've been loving the look of the distressed, kind of like worn and used wood. It gives it a lived-in feel, which I've been really wanting from a desk. So hopefully I won't have to do much to it. I don't think I'll be needing to sand it down. Just a really good clean scraping off the paint and then maybe some oil or wax to help it bring it back to life, I think will be just enough. So let's work on it right now. But let me give you guys a little closer look. So this is what it's looking like. So as you can see, the top of it is pretty damaged and worn, but it's mostly scratches and some paint. There's nothing really structural badly to it. We did have this corner that came off that can be super easily glued back on. And then I wanted to show you, it has a really cool big drawer that slides out from in here. And then this latch lets you open this part. That is pretty cool. I really like it. So yeah, we're gonna fix up the wobbling in the legs, make sure that they're leveled. But I really love all of this like little detail that it has on the sides. It's such a pretty and simple desk, and I think it's exactly what the room and the space needs and exactly what I was looking for. So after using the gel stain, I ended up running into a couple of issues. The gel stain was kind of not exactly working with me, and there were a lot of scratches at the top because of the sanding that I had actually done to the veneer that you could still see peeking through. So I ended up sanding it a little bit by hand on top and fixing all of those issues, and then going in again with the gel stain. I then let that sit overnight, and the next morning when I went out to my balcony to take a look at the desk, you guys, the stain had not absorbed whatsoever, and I was freaking out. So I ended up having to try a few things. I sand it out a little bit very lightly by hand, and then I use a degreaser and very carefully removed all of the excess stain that the desk was not absorbing. Now, this is usually something that you don't need to do with gel stain. Gel stain really sticks to anything, but I guess that it was too cold outside, or maybe I put a too thick of a layer on and then it took too long for me to wipe the excess off. I don't know. Something happened, but at the end we ended up making it work, and then it was all up to trying to fit it into the bedroom. Now, before I wanted to bring into the room, I did want to work on a couple of other projects for this transformation. I had a couple of DIYs planned out, so check this out. So, to kind of give you some background, I've been really wanting to incorporate more patterns into my design and my space. And one of the ways that I've been wanting to incorporate more patterns is through the use of lampshades. I've been super inspired by the designs of Heidi Callier, and I actually just got her book. Let me show it to you guys for those of you who don't know. This is her book right here, Memories of Home. I am obsessed with it. It is so beautiful, and it has some incredible projects that she's worked on. And she uses patterned pleated lampshades in so many of her spaces. Heidi is the master of mixing patterns. She's so incredible at it. I wanted to take some inspiration from her and incorporate more texture and patterns into my spaces, especially pleated lampshades. However, I've been looking for a while. I even tried doing my own a while ago and I just couldn't do it properly. We'll get into a DIY in just a second. However, I've been looking online for an actual one to just buy off, and the ones that I've been looking at were really expensive. And the other day when I was at Home Goods actually looking for a desk chair for the new desk, I found a beautiful pleated lampshade by a brand. It's from a designer. I couldn't for the life of me tell you the name of it because I threw out the tag immediately and I regretted not taking a picture, not saving what the brand was. So unfortunately, I don't have the details. However, I do remember that I paid $16, which is an insane deal for a big lampshade. And I'm so excited because it is the most beautiful thing. And it's so similar to the inspo pictures that I had seen. Look at this lampshade that I found. Is this not the most perfect lampshade you've ever seen? It has the exact pattern that I wanted. I love the colors, its shades. I love the way that it's constructed. You can see the pleating effect onto it. So I'll show you a good close up of it right now. But I feel like this would go perfectly in my room. I have a lamp on my console table, which I'll bring you guys to in just a second, and it is kind of damaged. It's been scratched for a few years now, and I've been wanting to find the perfect lampshade to switch it out for. And I think this will be the perfect addition to the space to incorporate this design element that I've been wanting to so badly. So let's just go ahead and put it in a room and see how it looks. And really quickly, you guys, this is the close up. You guys can see a little bit better that pattern, that beautiful pleating effect, the texture. It is so beautiful. I'm so excited to put it up. All right, so this is the lamp that we are working on right above my dresser in my bedroom. As you can see, the lampshade is a little bit damaged, and it's actually been like that for a couple of years now. And I've been trying to find the perfect shade to replace it with, and I just haven't been able to find any that I loved. So I was okay with the lampshade being a little bit damaged. However, as soon as I saw this one, I knew that this was the perfect space to incorporate that beautiful patterned shade that I've been wanting to. So let's take this one out and swap it out really quick and see how the new shade looks. I love it so much. I think the green ties in beautifully to the other little green details that I have throughout the space. And I think the tones just complement the walls and everything that I have going on in my room so beautifully. The shade is perfect for the lamp. It's the perfect size. I love the shades. I love it so much. You guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I know that this is not everybody's style. However, it is perfect for what I was looking for, and I am so excited about it. It is such a great find. I am very happy with it. I have this tiny lamp that I actually don't ever use. It's stored in my closet. It is so tiny and the lampshade is kind of small. So I feel like this would be the perfect size for me to try again this DIY. It is a simpler shade than the one that I was trying it on. I'm going to try and tackle this DIY and show you guys how I do it to transform this very basic, simple lamp. I believe it was from Target for only $10. I bought it years and years and years ago. So let's give it a new life and much more character than this, trying a simple DIY. So this DIY is relatively simple. However, I think that the challenge is in getting the hand of the technique. I have a lot of leftover fabric that I've used in previous projects, so I just chose this one that has a very small print of some florals. I loved it. So the first thing you're going to do is lay it flat and glue it on the backside. I'm using a hot glue gun. And then you're going to be pinching the fabric, creating those pleats, and just simply putting 2 dots of hot glue, one at the bottom and one at the top, and folding it over and gluing it down. You're going to be repeating this all the way around the lamp, simply pinching it, folding it, and putting the glue down and gluing it. I actually followed a TikTok tutorial for this, which goes a little more in depth and explains a little bit better. So I will definitely leave that linked in the description box down below. If you want to try this out, I would definitely check it out and follow it. But it was relatively easy. And then at the end, I did cut the excess at the top and at the bottom, folded it inside the lampshade, and glue it all throughout the perimeter of the interior. And after that, you are done. I have the lamp right here next to me, and I am so happy with how it turned out. I actually ended up painting the base, as you can see, with the same exact paint color that I used on my bedroom walls. I wanted to kind of have that tie-in with the room since it is against the white linen curtains, the desk. This would go on top of the desk and it would still contrast beautifully. It wouldn't be right up against the wall, but it's just those little details, those connecting little points that make everything just look very cohesive and thoughtfully designed. I love the way that it turned out. I am super happy. I kind of struggled filming the DIY because I was really just trying to make the lampshade look as good as possible, but I am so happy with how it turned out. I ended up doing a little trim for the inside. That way you don't see like any rough edges in here. We're gonna style it on top of the desk in just a second. But besides this DIY, I think I have everything that I needed to style the desk properly and bring the chair and all the furniture into the room. So let's go ahead and do that right now and finish this little makeover. All right, so as you saw in the little time lapse last night, I brought in the desk and then I did try to see how the chair would look and fit with everything else, but I took it out just to show you guys me putting everything back in. The size of the desk is so perfect and works beautifully in this room. I love the rich tone of the wood. It is so beautiful. All the little marks and scratches that the desk has are so perfect, and I think just works beautifully with the space, and it's exactly what I was looking for. Now let's bring in the bigger pieces such as the chair, and then we're gonna style this desk and show you guys the little things that I put on top of it just to give it a little bit of styling. And yeah, let's bring it in. So as you can see, I already brought in Fry's stuff. And then the first thing that I actually wanted to bring in is the lamp right here, just so that we can get a little bit of better lighting in here. So let me plug it in really quick down here. All right. Look at that beautiful ambient lighting that it brings. I love how the shade makes it a little bit more moody, but it still brings a lot of light because it bounces off from the top. Let's bring in the chair. All right. Look what a great fit this is. With the chair, with the desk, looks so beautiful. My favorite part about this chair is the wheels. It is so easy to maneuver. I love it so much. And it goes right there perfectly. I was thinking of incorporating some blue stripes with this little lumber pillow that I've actually had for a long time. I believe this is from Magnolia. I just like the blue stripe with the white. I think it's gonna look great. Chair. For styling, I'm gonna keep things very minimal to begin with. I have this marble tray that I actually used to have on my last desk, and I use this all the time because this holds any glasses for water and stuff, and this is actually Fry's water glass. So I always have to have it right here on my desk because Fry sleeps in the room, so he needs to have that. Then, of course, something that's always on my desk is my computer, and I have some notebooks that I love with the linen fabric on the textures and a planner. I always have this on my desk. I have this vase with like this faux plants that I got a long time ago, and I love styling this on my desk. I am keeping things very similar to what I used to have previously here. Same thing with this little framed collage of me and Fry. I'm gonna put that right there. And last, I'm just gonna put this tiny little marble coaster right next to my bed where I always put my Stanley Cup. And I can't forget, I have my HomePod that I always keep right there. But yes, this is gonna be it for the styling. I like keeping things very simple with it, and it just gives me more area and working space to have the desk kind of cleared up. That way it's not too overwhelming, but I love this new setup, you guys. Alright, you guys, that is gonna be it for this week's video. I had the best time making this one. It feels a lot more relaxed, and I love kind of showing you guys the process and showing you all the things that went wrong, all the things that went great, and at the end of the final result, I am obsessed with how that little corner of my room transformation came out. It is so cozy, it is so comfortable. I think it's beautiful, it's elegant, it's timeless, and it works perfectly with the space. I think the more traditional slash vintage desk goes beautifully hand in hand with the more modern chair. It is a very transitional design style, and it works and complements the rest of my apartment so beautifully, and I could not be happier. But let me know in the comments down below if this is the kind of video that you enjoy watching, and if you like this more relaxed behind the scenes style content. And let me know, of course, what you think of this little transformation, if you like the way that the room turned out. make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so yet. You guys can hit the bell button to be notified every single time I make a new upload. That way you don't miss any of my videos. If you are here for my interior design and film series and you're subscribed to the channel for that series specifically, I am so excited for the next one coming up very soon. I have really big ideas for what I want to do with it, so stay tuned for that one. I swear there is more content coming soon regarding to that series. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.